I, one of the things that, as with any good government project, we're going to be soliciting funds for this project. And one of the first people we're going to go after is the farmers, because I think with the rain today that they would be very receptive. If we have more groundbreakings and more rain, I think they would be very receptive to making donations. Some people I would like to thank for being here. One is Beth and Etta's sister, Bridget Baird, from Congressman Corker's office, Senator, and Cynthia Jackson. I would like to thank you for being here. I would also, Dr. Locke, certainly like to thank you. Keith Wilson, I can't say enough about what he's done for these projects. The Board of Mayor and Aldermen are here. City Manager, is Mayor Blazer here? Okay, there. Miles Burdine, Larry Eastep, Chairman of the Economic Development Board. This has been, higher education has been something that's been talked about long before I was mayor, and I'm just proud that we're able to make it happen. This, probably 6 months ago, we had no idea that the Allied Health Building was something that we would consider in Kingsport. Bill Locke was kind enough to come to us and say, I can put that in Kingsport if you'll provide the building. One of the things that we have been so interested in is bringing students downtown. And this, we had committed to the Higher Ed Center months ago, and although it caused some of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen to have nervous breakdowns, heart attacks, indigestion, and all those other things, then here come the Allied Health. And let me honestly say, every member of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen was certainly excited about the Allied Health Building. Let me give you some statistics. According to the Area 1 Workforce Investment Board, nursing is the second highest area for job growth in Tennessee, with 11,500 jobs by 2012. The top 20 list of job growth areas requiring post-secondary education, medical and clinical related technicians are expected to grow by 30 to 60% through 2012. According to the Chamber survey, area employers that we have as many as 9,100 new jobs that will be needed to be filled in the next few years. Of those 9,100 jobs, 23% will be in medical field training. If you look at the sheer size of the medical community in Sullivan County, there are nearly 3,500 physicians, more than twice our neighboring counties. Yet, if you try to get a doctor, it takes 6 months. No, it doesn't really. You know, as we look around at the RCAT Center, there's 850 students at the RCAT Center. This is a dream that Mayor Blazer had. Working with the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, it became reality, and it's almost exceeded the capacity. It was a pilot program that I think that we can say was a tremendous, tremendous success, and we need to thank the people that had the foresight to make this happen. And I hope that that's exactly what we're doing with this Allied Health and Higher Ed building, because when the Allied Health building opens, it will house approximately 400 students in nursing and medical technology. That alone will put more than 1,200 students downtown every day. And I think that we have actually put our money where our mouth is when we say that we're here to assist downtown. No one can do this by themselves. The Board of Mayor and Aldermen certainly votes and makes things happen with your input. The community has been behind higher education more than any single thing that I have seen the community behind since I've been in Kingsport. And I think that we have come to the realization that unless we do something to educate our people more, that we're going to have problems fulfilling the needs of our employers. You know, Larry Eastep works on economic development about more than he works at the bank, but if we can't provide education, all those volunteers, all those people, all the money we invest in it, it's just going to be for naught. And I just want to thank the public for being behind higher education and supporting your Board of Mayor and Aldermen as much as you have. I've heard very, very little negative about higher education in Kingsport, and I can't say enough about the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. They certainly deserve a pat on the back. Another person that deserves a pat on the back that has had as much to do with this as anyone I know of, that's worked day and night to make this happen, is Dr. Bill Locke, the president of Northeast State Technical Community College. Bill Locke.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll try to be somewhat brief, but it's worth mentioning a couple of things that most people already know. Mayor Blazer, in '99, when you had the summit, we came up with 3 objectives. One was to get a scholarship program for high school graduates. The second was to expand Northeast State's programming at the associate level downtown. And the third was to expand to baccalaureate and master's degree programming downtown campus. You know, we've done 2 of those. We'll start the next building. We'll take care of another part. But the 4th thing that came out of that summit that you did in '99 was that Kingsport needed a signature program. And ideas that came out, let's do something in dance, let's do something in theater, let's do something in this and that, let's do something in culinary. And about 4 months ago, we got to thinking about, well, we still don't have that signature program. What could be Kingsport's signature program? And I talked with Keith Wilson, and we decided to see the mayor, and the mayor said, let's take this to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, current Board of Mayor and Aldermen. And that idea was, let's make Kingsport's signature program medical education. And, of course, the college, Northeast State, has, since I have been there, placed medical technology, medical education as one of our priorities. We had 1 program there in '96. We've got 8 programs today. And we want to be recognized here as the major hub of educational programming for medical-related professions personnel below the baccalaureate level. And that's what this building is going to do. I'm so pleased to have had the support from all the members of the community, particularly the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, and their votes in believing that what we're doing here is worthwhile. And I've said this many times, and most of you have heard me say it, but I really think 5 or 6 years out, we're going to look back at what you've done here, and this is going to be one of the highlights in the history of the development of the city of Kingsport. I really do believe that. Now, sometimes you get messed up on these visions you have, but I just believe that that's going to happen, and each of you will play a major role in doing that. Mayor, thank you for everything you've done. It's been such a pleasure and an honor to work with all of you here in Kingsport. And now I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Greg Jordan, who is president of King College and who is going to be Northeast State's major partner in the development of both these buildings down here. Greg?
Well, it's a pleasure to be here today, and we thank you, the people of Kingsport, for inviting King College to be a part of these educational initiatives. We think this is a very special development in our region. It extends very productive, proactive strategies toward workforce development and economic development. It addresses all of those key workforce elements to which Dennis Phillips referred earlier. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank him for implementing as our mayor of Kingsport the vision that a previous mayor, Jeanette Blazier, took upon herself, along with a very dedicated group of people, to develop a concept of higher education in this region. It's also been a wonderful opportunity and pleasure to work with Dr. Bill Locke. We admire him and all of his signal accomplishments to this region. He's done an outstanding job, and we're very much looking forward to continuing our presence here. Today, King has over 200 students who are enrolled in programs in the city of Kingsport in 2 different locations, one downtown and the other at Wellmont Health System. This has led to new programming in nursing, the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program, and we recently implemented a Master of Science in Nursing program, which we think further reiterates Kingsport's commitment to workforce development, because those graduates of the master's degree in nursing will then participate in further education for nurses in our region. And we think that this is a self-perpetuating process, and we want to thank Dennis very much for this, and the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. We thank you very much, and we congratulate you on this initiative. It's now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Pat Kane of Wellmont Health System.
Thank you very much, and thank you for all coming out today on a rainy day. On behalf of Dr. Saluzzo, who couldn't be here today, and our board, led by former Mayor Blazier, physicians, nurses, and staff of Wellmont Health System, and literally hats off to the hundreds of people who made today possible and have taken steps to energize downtown Kingsport, but more importantly provide students with a promise of a good education and followed by a career in healthcare. And we've heard about how educating our population is vital to the economic development, and more in this day and age, hospitals and healthcare are becoming critical players in the role of economic development. For example, according to the American Hospital Association, for every dollar of revenue that is generated in healthcare, $2.31 goes into the community. So in the case of Wellmont Health System's $800 million revenue, we're generating $1.8 billion into our area. And in terms of jobs, 2.13 spin-off jobs for every job, we're able to generate 13,845 jobs in the area. Now, if you take that by other hospitals, physicians' offices, clinics, etc., the impact of healthcare on the local economy is immense. And this, but today, that impact's only going to grow larger because of what we're doing here. It's part of our mission to support the community with this growth, and we have a $1 million scholarship fund that was previously announced, and it'll be available for people entering the healthcare field. But in addition to that, it's a challenge to recruit. So this program will help us grow our own nurses and healthcare professionals, so we don't have to bring them in from the outside, which is harder to do. It also means that we can provide jobs, family-sustaining careers, ensure quality health care for all of us, especially those of us who are boomers. You saw the first boomer got Social Security the other day. Well, here we go. Guess what's next? Health care. And also, we're ensuring well-educated, trained professionals. There was an editorial in Kingsport that says Kingsport owes a debt of gratitude to Drs. Locke and Saluzzo, and well, it does. And to the other people I previously mentioned, the mayor, the BMA, Mayor Blazier, Drs. Locke and King College and everyone. There's a lot of players here. But the real thanks is going to come in only a few short years from now, when people who are educated in this program, in this very spot, are able to buy their first home because they've been able to launch a solid career and they have a way to support their families. Or when any one of us here today regain our health after an accident or illness, because of the people that were trained in this very spot take care of us. So the type of impact launched here today spans many different areas: education, training, economic development, and caring for citizens of our local community. And as Dr. Saluzzo said in the announcement of this program, it's the best for both worlds, for student and local health care, and to that I'd like to add, and for local economic development. Thank you very much. And I'd like to introduce a man who's really integral into this process, and can't say enough about him, Keith Wilson.
Well, let me first say that I'm a real fan of long-term strategic planning. I think it's an important part of the business process and something you need to do. But there are also occasions when you have to really take the initiative and go forward. And this building and this project really wasn't even on the horizon probably less than 6-8 months ago. I can't remember the exact date when it first came up, but it seems like it's been about 6 months. And occasionally you just have to seize the moment, and truly this is an amazing opportunity that Kingsport was presented, and I have to congratulate the Board of Mayor and Aldermen for seeing that and for moving forward with it. I thank you very much. I think it's going to pay great dividends for the City of Kingsport for a long, long time to come, as Pat alluded to. There are a lot of people that have already been mentioned deserving credit, but I will tell you that in this project there are no two people who deserve more credit for their vision and opportunity presented to us at the college and others than Dr. Saluzzo, who came up with some cash to help this get going, and Dr. Locke, who saw a way to maximize that and put it together for this morning. And I look forward to being back here in, what, about 3 months, J.A.? How long did you say, Jay? 6 months? 4 months? For that ribbon cutting. Thank you very much. I think Dr. Locke is going to close this.
Mayor Phillips. Don't tell me he's left early. Mayor? Katie? Bring that on up, please. We want to make a special presentation to the mayor here. Now, this happened some time ago, but we pieced it together and waited for this day. And I said earlier that we're so appreciative of what the Board of Mayor and Aldermen have done, all the aldermen. And so we want to do a little something special today for Dennis and his role as a leader of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen in the City of Kingsport. Dennis, stand over and help me tear this off. These were 3 articles that were published in the Times News about the Board of Mayor's actions regarding this project. Dennis, we hope you'll hang that up and glance at it every now and then. And as this project grows and others grow, that you'll be rewarded for your efforts in him making it happen. Thank you.
Did Keith charge you for the paper?
No.
I know. And let me just say thank you so much for this. It really means a lot coming from you. But there is, now on a serious note, there's some people that we sincerely need to thank that had as much to do as anyone else in making this possible. Jim Glenn is back here that owns Jim's Lawn Center. We cannot say thank you enough, Jim. Ward's Feed Store. Is Alan here? The people that are having to relocate, you know, none of them really wanted to and were looking forward to it. But let me tell you, this community owes those people a debt of gratitude for their willingness to help make this possible. When it comes down to it, they had as much to do with it as anyone, and I want to let them know on behalf of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen and the citizens of Kingsport, thank you for being so agreeable. We know we've inconvenienced you, and we certainly appreciate your attitude more than words could ever express.
And if I could have the following folks join with me up here, we're going to give you a shovel. I think Mr. Street has some hard hats, and we're going to turn a little dirt here real quick.